HOA, everybody, is a home. Excuse me if I'm getting the language wrong, but the overall question is a good one. It is if if the HOA has no restrictions, excuse me, on short-term rentals, could they change their minds down the road if you start your short-term rental business? And if so, what protections can you create for yourself? Great question, because absolutely HOAs do and can change over time. And what you should do to mitigate risk is just simply using the current lease agreement that we have. It gives you room to create an addendum and the addendum can be very simple. And the addendum could just say, in the event that the HOA rules change around short-term rentals, um, we and all parties connected to this leasing agreement have the capacity to end the leasing agreement with no penalty to ourselves based on the change midterm in our leasing agreement. And so you're literally letting them know that you're going into this in good faith, but if something changes that is beyond your control, beyond the landlord control, there has to be a written agreement, not an oral agreement, that the lease will end with no penalty to yourself or anyone else involved. And, it just allows a much smoother transition if it is all in the original lease. So that's what I would absolutely recommend. And who knows, it may shift back the other way, especially given the fact that a lot of what we're teaching you guys is more, midterm, 30, 60, 90 days, as opposed to 1 day, 1 weekend, 1 week, that kind of feel. That's more short term. But again, don't trip. The shorter the stay, the longer their pay. Okay. All right. Of course, they can decide on changing the rules